Morning, everybody. So of recent, we've had a few issues over the last month or two in relation to poor workmanship with cable terminations and exposed copper. This has led to a couple of stand downs and a fair few non-conformances coming back, which is reflecting bad on the company and on yourselves. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to address these issues by putting a little training video together. Along with this kind of practice comes a charge associated with that, and then brand damage if we're trying to tout for some more business. So I have prepared two different sets of cables. One's 25mm and one's 16mm, which you should all be familiar with. So the cables that I prepared for you earlier, I've got them to show you. So these are two cables that you're familiar with. We would call this live, we would call this neutral. They're just about 1 inch long, and once they're offered into the meter, you'll see that both screws will catch the core, and that's terminated properly. Obviously afterwards you put your cable tie on, but that's how you want your core to look. Here's an example of something that's been cut too short, which is something that has come back to bite us of late. Offer it in, it's not gonna go all the way to the top. I'll show you by tightening up the top terminal. Just give me a second. You can see how far that's gone in, and it hasn't snatched the terminal. So here's a cable that has been dressed too long. Now, normally you would put a boot on, or your collar, or a thimble, whatever you'd like to call it, but we've had these come back. So if you offer it into the meter, I don't need to tighten down the terminals. You can clearly see evidence of exposed copper, which will lead to ramifications of standing down and further problems. So here is an example of an uneven cut. You can see where the insulator has been cut at a 45-degree angle. Now this has come back last week to bite somebody, so here's an example of what it looks like. So once I offer it into the meter, I'm going to offer it in so you can see the good face first. Once I tighten down terminal 1 and terminal 2. Now it doesn't look too bad when you're looking underneath, but when you get it on its bad side, we've got another problem. So this is the reason why you should always ensure of a nice straight and clean cut. So what we have here is basically what is my pet hate, is the core's been cut straight and the cable has been bent, therefore putting one longer side and one shorter side, which results in a 45-degree angle of the cores. So when you offer it into the meter, if you don't get it right, what you can do, I totally agree this is exaggerated, but what you can do is you can get something called slippage. So as you tighten, it comes straight back out. Okay, I'll repeat the exercise, but I'll turn it around to the good side. Got two cables that are dressed correctly to the right length, so we'll offer them into the meter and show you what they look like. What we're looking for when you install your meter is make sure that it's right first time. Everything's cut to the correct length, there's nothing exposed. Once you've marked your tails up, that's a pass.